Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Adam Tier was named the 2017-2018 campaign chair for United Way during their planning meeting Wednesday.
Also, too, we have three new board members that I'd like to introduce. In no particular order, we have Todd McKee, and he is with the Men's Room clothing store right off the square, if y'all know him. Barry Owens with Alliance Bank. And then Adam Tier, he is with the Civic Center. And so we're happy to have you guys, so welcome aboard. And then, speaking of Adam Tier, he's got the coolest job out of all us right now. Campaign chair is not easy to do. He graciously accepted our invitation, and he has a unique skill set in the fact that he's worked at Can Help before. He's seen on the receiving end. And worked hand in hand with the ultimate beneficiaries of our funds, and so I think his skill set with planning and organizing and everything is going to be an awesome addition. So appreciate you coming on board and taking on this for the next year, and looking forward to working with you.
My pleasure.
So with that being said, I think you've got a campaign report you'd like to share.
Yes, I've got dates for the lead donor luncheon. If you want to go ahead and put these down, the lead donor luncheon, September 27th out at the Country Club. The workers luncheon over at the Dairy Museum, September 20. And then, of course, for October when we have the report meetings, those will be scheduled, but they should kind of keep the same schedule that they have in years past, that we'd encourage folks to come out to.
And what's your campaign goal?
This year we're going to try to raise $175,000. There was a couple of new groups that asked for funding that we reviewed, and I'm sure we'll talk about that later on. But to try to accommodate some of the new requests and different requests that came in, thought raising the goal was something that we were going to have to do if we wanted to accommodate some of these groups.
Very good. And then what we did has it been a month ago that we did budget allocations?
Right, a month ago, yes.
What I'd like to do is acknowledge the committee. We do have a pretty cool and unique opportunity to divvy up. We got $175,000 that we divvied up amongst some of the recipients, and we're doing all that before we raise a single dollar. So, we spent 2 days, we interviewed all the folks that are applying for the money, and they articulated how they use the funds in Hopkins County, and how they make a difference, and that's how we made our decisions. And so from a board standpoint, we'll vote on that later on today. But the committee, I was on the committee, Adam's on the committee, Mike Horn, Emily Glass, Hillary Young, Hunter Cooksey, and Kelly Caslin. We all served and enjoyed that time. So anyway, I'd like to give those guys a round of applause too, because it's a big deal. And with that being said, that wraps up the first part of our meeting with the media and everything. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. We can't thank you enough for the support. It means the world, and we'll thank you even more when October comes around. Appreciate you guys.
You bet. Monday morning, June 12th. At 3 a.m., Interstate 30 at Cumbie will be closed as Encore installs an overhead electric line across Interstate 30, according to the Texas Department of Transportation. If the work is not completed within a 13-minute time frame, the highway will be reopened to clear the traffic queue and then closed again for another short period to complete the work. The road closure and scheduled work can change due to inclement weather or other unforeseen problems. John Sellers was elected mayor shortly after being sworn in for Place 7 new term during Tuesday's Silver Spring City Council meeting. Oscar Aguilar was elected mayor pro tem. Sellers and Dan Frauneberger, newly elected to Place 6, received the oath of office as well.
Okay. With your hand on the Bible, I, Dan Frauneberger, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Sulphur Springs City Council Place 6 of the state of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. You are duly sworn.
Thank you.
Okay, with your hand on the Bible, I, John Sellers,
I, John Sellers,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Sulphur Springs City Council, Place 7
of Sulphur Springs City Council, Place 7
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
You are so sworn. Bear with me just a second.
Presentations were made to Kayla Price, who chose not to run for place 6 on the council, and to Mayor Emily Glass. She served as mayor for the past year.
Emily, on behalf of the City Council, we really appreciate your service this year. You've been an excellent mayor, and we would like to present you with this token of your wonderful year.
Thank you so very much.
Well, I guess I'm supposed to say something. I won't take very much time, I promise. Get my readers on. People aren't used to me having notes, but I better have notes tonight. With great humbleness, I am honored to be elected to the 3rd term as a council person, and now tonight from my peers to select me as mayor of this great city for a new term. I'm looking forward to serving Sulphur Springs or the Celebration City in this capacity, but I realize that I'm only one of 7 vital members of the council. And together, I hope for the wisdom for all of us to make good decisions for our fair city. We've come a long way in the last few years, and I look forward with great anticipation to what the future may hold. Let us all hope for great things for this city and this council. Thank you, Gail, and thank you, Mark, for your excellent service to the city and helping us in so many ways. Here's to a great next 3 years. I want to tell you what an honor and privilege it's been to serve with you for the last 6 years. We started about the same time, and it's been a wonderful 6 years, and we've been partners on the dais, except when we both had the privilege to serve as mayor. And I appreciate your wisdom. I appreciate your research. I appreciate you always making sure everything was fair and equitable to all that was concerned. And as my first act of mayor of Sulphur Springs this year, I would like to give you a coin of the city for your wonderful service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Locust Street is progressing along. The
130 potholes were repaired, utility work on Locust Street is complete, and more street work continues as the Capital Construction Division has completed the sewer improvements and has begun work on the water improvements, according to City Manager Mark Maxwell. Maxwell made his monthly report to the Sulphur Springs City Council Tuesday night. He noted that the comprehensive plan had a successful start as Ian Lockwood and team from Tool Design Group left the 4-day planning session with a ton of public input and some good starter ideas. Maxwell stated the city must stop the sprawl, saying the city cannot afford it. He said a city employee had sustained an injury while using a concrete saw. The blade did not do lasting damage. In other action for the Sulphur Springs City Council, They created an reinvestment zone for Ocean Spray. Ocean Spray will expand with new equipment in the new future. Saputo will also be included in the reinvestment zone created. Council also authorized the rezoning of 1513 and 1527 South Broadway from light commercial to heavy commercial, and in a negotiated rate with Atmos Energy, residential service will increase by $2.04 and commercial rates will increase by $6.27. A bid for concrete repaving on South Moore Street. All bids were rejected. One bid came in too late. The lowest bid was filled with errors, and the lowest bid beyond that was $70,000 above that bid. They're going to try again. David Woody with Children's Theater says they're looking for more children.
Oh, we're doing Lion King Jr.
Children's Theater?
Children's Theater Workshop, our annual summer workshop.
Is this the second day or the second week?
Second day.
Second day. So people still have time to come down here?
Yes, in fact, we need probably 12 to 15 more for, to fill out roles and chorus. That will be running, registration will run the rest of this week, which will be Thursday and Friday, and they can get in touch with us here at the theater at 903-885-0107. Leave a message on the answering machine if you're interested and you want to sign up. And if you can't make it before Monday, leave me a message so I can get back in touch with you.
I see you have another helper this year.
Yes, Desi Ferris, who is a teacher of technical theater at high school, and she also does middle school and one act, and is over the auditorium. She's helping with this production.
How did you sucker her? How did you convince her to come into this?
Oh, we just sat down and talked about it, and she got all pumped about it and asked if she could help out, and I said yes. So here she is. And we're using several of her advanced students, and we're using students from our previous workshops that have, aged out of the program pretty much. And they're going to be working on it as well.
Okay, when do these kids show up? When's rehearsal time?
Rehearsals or the workshop days are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 1 to 6. And the week prior to production, we'll add the Wednesday, so it'll be a full week. And then production week will be at the Civic Center.
We are meeting more of the contestants in the Ms. Hopkins County Senior Classic Pageant set for this Saturday night, and I hope you will attend. It is free and open to the public. Our guests today are Majel Reddick and Molly Marie Shepard. All the 10 contestants are 60 plus and all have a very positive philosophy on life. Hi, Majel.
Good morning.
Majel Reddick is one of our contestants, and so is Molly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Molly Shepard. In fact, we were supposed to have 4 ladies this morning, so the ones who couldn't come, maybe they will be here tomorrow morning for that interview slot. So, Molly, I'm going to pick on you first. What made you decide to enter this pageant?
Well, I did it once before. So I rested for a year and I thought I'd try it again. I enjoy doing that. Okay. It's a lot of fun and we have a good time.
What did you seem to get out of it when you did your first attempt?
Well, I got to meet new people and it was an experience that I never did before. Always wanted to, but I just never did it.
Yeah?
But I enjoy it.
Well, when I said attempt, there's so much that we learn just from being a contestant. I know because I did it one time. So much we learn from being a contestant that's aside from winning. And I rather like the fact I didn't because I can now look forward to that. And maybe you feel the same way.
Yes, I did. I was the runner-up. It was the first time I ever been in a pageant. But I was the runner-up, and I was very excited because when she asked me to come and be in it, I just wanted to be in it for the fun of it, and I enjoyed it, and I became the runner-up. I learned a lot from the other women. It's an experience that everybody should do.
Yeah. All ladies over 60 are welcome
Yes.
to enter this for next year's pageant. Let's talk to Majel. Majel, what made you decide to be in this pageant?
Well, first, 2 women in my church, one in my Sunday school class, had entered the contest and urged me to. So I entered, and I felt like it was being part of a sisterhood to get there and meet new people, like Molly said, and just being around other people and other talent. I love to watch people do what they like to do. And
I think I know what you like to do a lot, and that is read.
yes.
Majel is a reader and a writer.
Yes, I write, but reading is, it's a big pleasure to me. I have some vision loss, so I listen to books, audio books, and that's wonderful. But I've learned that you can fall asleep listening just as easily as you can reading.
I have another friend that listens to audiobooks a lot, and she tells me what she hears, and it's all the latest stuff. I mean, this is high-tech opportunities for people who
Sound
have
effects
visual
and
problems.
One of the first ones I listened to was a CD that my sister sent me. She said, I read the book, I think you'll like this. So I listened to it. It was very exciting. And it was one that had all of the sound effects. And I could hear the helicopters coming in around my head.
Wow.
It was just so exciting. And I thought, this is for me. Boy.
So your talent then in the pageant is going to be reading.
Yes, I'm going to read a poem.
Okay. All right. And we'll come back to more on that. Molly, tell us about your talent for pageant night.
I'm going to sing.
Okay.
First, I thought I'd praise dance. But then my children encouraged me, Mom, you ought to sing, so I'm going to sing.
Do you sing at church?
Yes. I love to sing.
I can see a joy on your
I'm not a very good
face.
singer, but I love to sing. When the anointing comes, yes, I love to sing.
So it will be a gospel selection.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just can't wait to see your presentation on that.
Yes.
Yes, we have all kinds of talent. We have 10 ladies, and there'll be some who tell stories, and some who play a keyboard or do a skit, and really there's only about 2 that sing for their talent. So not everybody does that. Let's talk about the evening gown and the philosophy of life portion of the pageant. After the talent, then y'all will disappear for a little bit, and then you'll be called back on in your number order, and your philosophy of life, which you have already written and given to Karen, the director of this, will be read while you model your evening gown. And it might not be a sparkling evening gown. It might be something that you would wear to church. So you have your fashion all picked out.
Yes, I haven't tried it on, but I think I'm wearing purple. Either going to be purple or black.
Okay. Okay. And
You haven't tried it on. You're so brave.
thank you, Majel. I was kind of thinking the same thing. But tell me about yours.
Mine is just a black dress, a long black dress that I can wear to church or anywhere. It has no sparklies on it.
Okay.
And I've tried it on.
Okay, it's good. It's the black dress that is multifunctional.
Plain, right.
Good. What else we will do is give awards besides Ms. Hopkins County Senior Classic and the winner who wears the crown and gets the roses and the sash and all the whole thing. Then there will be other categories of winners. There's a Miss Congeniality that will be named, Best Evening Gown, Best Philosophy of Life, Most Talented, then Best Interview, and Best Personality. And each of those will get a sash and certificate. And then there's first and second runners up, which gets a trophy and a certificate. So it's a very nicely done pageant on the local scene. Then those who place are eligible to go to the Ms. Texas Senior Classic Pageant, which will be in the Metroplex in the fall.
Oh.
So runners-up and winners can make their bid for that. And that really has some top-notch talent when you get those Texas ladies together over there. I've been to one of those pageants.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to go back and ask Majel about your writing. You have some books out.
I have 2 books out, and I still am writing, but I haven't started a book. That has not come to me yet. I had a wonderful idea for a book, and was riding in the car with my husband and heard a book review of a book that sounded just like the idea I had in my head, and I said, well, there goes that. But I'm still writing and belong to a writers group.
Well, do you think there really is nothing new under the sun, or is there?
No, I think we are experiencing in this age something new all the time. And sometimes we recognize it and sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's something that's a fad or just a spur of the moment thing, and it turns into a part of our culture. And yes, I think there are things new under the sun.
New things to write about and new things to read about.
Yes.
Molly, I'm going to ask you what else you do in your life besides your church work.
I like to fish. I like to bowl. I like all kind of activity. Play basketball. I can't do it very well now because of my knee, but it's going to get there. I'm going to have surgery if I can play ball at least one more time. I had a birthday on the 5th. I'm 71. And I went to Arkansas to the museum where they had this 60 feet slide. You go down?
Yeah.
I went down.
Oh my God.
That was so much fun.
See, this is exactly, hearing you relate this is exactly what I mean when I want to ask this question. This pageant is for ladies 60 years and older. And it's a celebration of the life and the contribution that the older ladies have to make to their community and their family and the world.
Yes.
So, what do you feel that same way? There's a lot to be done.
I do. That it's a lot we can offer the younger peoples. You know, I see so many elder peoples go home and sit down, but that's not what life is all about. God give us the strength, and we should want to do other things like move around and be excited. Sometimes, you know, after a death come in your family, you just go home and sit down and eat and just eat your life away. But, you know, the Lord wants us to do more. He wants us to live for, and, you know, and that's what I want to do.
Molly Marie Shepherd, and you're going to see her at the pageant this Saturday night, along with Majel Reddick. And Majel, on that subject of the contribution we can make when we're older, even, and she mentioned surgery, you underwent a major surgery, you're back from it.
Yes, and I spent most of last summer in the hospital or the rehab hospital. And so when I came home, it was no longer summer, and I had this closet full of clothes that were my summer clothes that I haven't gotten to wear for a year. So it was like getting new things. And I have done very well. I had a hip replacement, and I've done very well.
That's wonderful that you were brave enough to go ahead and do that, because, and like you were talking about your knee, sometimes people wonder, should I or shouldn't I? But I think the ones who go ahead are very brave.
Yes, they're very pleased after it. Mm-hmm. You say, wow, wait so long.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we're all ready for Saturday night. We're going to be meeting the reigning Ms. Hopkins County Senior, who is LaVon Elam. She is so energetic and so bubbling with enthusiasm and humor. And she went back and got her college degree late in her life. She's just completed that last year. So you'll be meeting her and the previous ladies. There are 7 former Ms. Hopkins County seniors, and hopefully they will all be there for you to meet and us to hear their talent as well. We're going to look forward to the event, League Street Church of Christ, Family Life Room, and it is a beautiful place, 6 o'clock on Saturday night. How much does it cost, Majel, for folks to come?
It is free, entirely free, and it's a really fun evening. I have attended before. I haven't been a contestant before, but it's free and it's a lot of fun.
I know it is, and I'm looking forward to being there too. In fact, I'm an MC, and we have a co-MC this year whom you'll be meeting. So everyone plan to be there, and thank you 2 ladies for coming in. We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
Lady Cat softball coach David Carrillo and his staff were greeted Tuesday afternoon in the multi-purpose building by 18 eager girls who will be entering the 1st through the 5th grades for day 1 of a 3-day softball camp. Coach Carrillo said the girls were enthusiastic and showed up ready to learn. He said the multi-purpose building was a great place for camp. Coach Carrillo said he could tell that some of the girls had played some softball before. As with all camps, the focus is on fundamentals. The girls fielded balls, made some throws, and ran bases on Tuesday. Coach Carrillo said there would be more hitting going on Wednesday afternoon. A second session Tuesday was designed for girls entering the 6th through the 9th grades. Coach Carrillo is being helped at the camp by softball assistant coaches Kevin Tanton and Chris Valdivinos. Coach Carrillo said the camp was his 18th as a softball coach. His memory of his first camp in Sulphur Springs in 2006 is kind of a painful one. He took a foul ball to the face during a batting drill. In typical Coach Carrillo fashion, he managed to keep a smile on his face.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.